Hello everyone, and welcome to the first of many episodes of just a chill Minecraft playthrough. Really, where do I begin? I have been playing Minecraft for many years. I have struggled to find an idea of something to say about Minecraft that can fit my typical video format of the, long multiple-hour video essays. And because I have trouble finding that out, I have one idea, and I do plan on making that at some point. Probably not soon, but I have a lot of things to say, and I think playing Minecraft will actually help me be better prepared for that. But yeah, wow. No, this game, you might have been surprised because I don't think I have any other Minecraft content on the other channel, but this is one of my favorite games for many reasons. I made and met a lot of friends on this game in the past, and it's honestly, there's a lot of cool things to say about it. I think one of my favorite things about Minecraft is usually playing it with others, but also it's a very calm and relaxing game, if you don't head straight toward a pillager area like I am. But it can be a very calm and relaxing game if you play it by yourself and just have your own goals, or maybe no goals at all. But what I typically do when I first load into a Minecraft world... Oh, there's a village over there. That supersedes anything. I usually just think of a biome where I want to build. Typically, it's on a river bank or just like near a river. And I also like it to be somewhat enclosed. So we'll see if we can't find something like that. Also, there's I live right next to a busy road, so apologies there. But this is going to be unscripted stuff. It's just going to be fun, whatever I happen to do. So, right now, our primary journey is finding a place to build. And it looks like I'm going to have to build a boat pretty soon, because we're right here on the edge. Okay. Gonna get this sugarcane. I feel like in Minecraft I become like a hoarder. Let's go ahead and turn this music down a little bit. I feel like in Minecraft I can become kind of a hoarder of objects, just because you can do so much with them. But at the same time, I don't like to take too much, if that makes sense. I like to leave. So for example, when I'm harvesting these guys right here, oh, that's an underwater temple or underwater ruin. We'll visit that after the village. But for example, when I'm harvesting those, I'll take from the middle, that way they can still have sugarcane in their area. And I always replant trees. It's just something you'll notice about how I play. But yeah, it's just crazy. There's so many things vying for your attention when you first start a Minecraft world. I know that I've met people in the past who, when I've asked them, have you ever played this game, a lot of them say that they're very overwhelmed. Not nearly as overwhelmed with something like ESO or an MMO game that gives you a million different things to do and basically no guide on where to go and where to start. But there is a lot of stuff to do to Minecraft, and I think its simple appearance belies its potential. Also, it's very simple appearance. Where is the... Okay, no saplings. No saplings. I'll replant them another tree if I can. But that one didn't help me out at all. Man. So, Minecraft farms, they look so much better now than they used to. They used to be like a few houses in a straight line, and there were just villagers that walked around and just made, they just look like Squidward and just make a bunch of noises. But now they have different jobs and different different vocations, and oh, they even have emeralds. I don't want to be mean, but I need a little bit of food. I will tend their farms for them. Says he won't be mean. Steals emeralds. I mean, come on. Look, you gotta make money somehow. Okay. So I don't know if any of you, I guarantee most of you have at least heard of Minecraft. And, you know, there's a considerable overlap between people who have played Skyrim and people who have played Minecraft at least once, because they're both incredibly popular games. So you know, if there's any questions, if there's any questions on, you know, what I'm doing or what the goal is or anything like that, I'm definitely willing to answer. So you can just comment whatever you want, or if you have suggestions on like, oh, this would be cool to see, something like that, also let me know about that. But for the time being, it's just chill. And man, I feel like I have so many other things I could talk about other than just Minecraft. So humor me if you will. At the moment, something I'm really big into right now, in between making videos and stuff, is, well, I guess there was only one coal piece there. That's unfortunate. But I really like editing Nintendo consoles. So I have been working on these Pokemon projects for a while, and one of the things I did to kind of jumpstart into those and make sure that the project can last is I got a bunch of like different tech upgrades for the systems. Bye, Snape. I got a bunch of like little upgrades, so replacing the shell, for example, on my SP, which, you know, I did it once and I learned a lot through the process. I made a few mistakes. I mean, it was my first time ever doing that, so I certainly made a few mistakes. But I recently ordered another, which, you know, it may or may not get here in time because, yeah, I'm just straight up stealing from these guys. But they're the richest, compared to me, they're the richest people around. So it's a bit of a Robin Hood to self situation. But yeah, there's like so many cool things you can do with Nintendo consoles. Obviously, it's all like third-party stuff, and you're like, how do they get away with it? But things like reshelling them, putting in backlights and things like that, I've just recently wanted to challenge myself, and when it comes to certain challenges, sometimes they can be a little bit much or a little bit frightening to start. Like, for example, in order to do and work on the Crystal project, I needed to make sure that this save file would last a long time. And that, you know, or you may not know this, but the Gen 2 Pokemon games have batteries that they save to, and so do the Gen 1 games. However, the Gen 2 batteries go out pretty dang quick. And the reason they go out is because there's a real-time clock that is associated with everything, and it's always running. So I have batteries in Pokemon Yellow and Red that have lasted for, I don't know, 20-something years now. But the Silver, my first Gen 2 game was Silver, my first Pokemon game at all was Silver. But I have silver batteries that have gone out multiple times within, you know, the past however long. I don't even know how many times I've replaced those batteries. But the cool thing is, with modern tech, you can actually save your save data as a backup onto your computer, and you can play it on an emulator, or you can use it to just have a backup for your game in case your battery depletes. And so when your battery depletes, you need to replace it. And the method I was doing before was prying the battery out. This is terrible. Don't do this. I was prying the battery out, and then I was just taping it back in with electrical tape when I had the new battery. The first time I did that, I believe I was 14, maybe 14 or 15, and I just wanted to fix the battery because, you know, I had all these memories in the game, and, you know, I come back to it a few years after not playing it. You know, I'm playing other games, I've always really been into Halo, of course, and so I'm working on that stuff, and then I come back into it and all my save data is gone, which can be a big bummer. Looks like we need to dig a little hole. But yeah, and so I wanted to avoid that for this project, and so I got something to save that file, and I also learned a new skill, which is soldering, and it's actually not nearly as hard as you might think. So really the only thing you need to worry about is the lead is obviously toxic, and so you want to, at least I would, wear a mask, and just so I don't breathe it in. And also I have glasses, so protective eyewear would also probably be good, so it doesn't get in your eyeballs. But having glasses kind of serves that purpose, kind of, just a little bit. So it looks like we're going to last our first day in an underground bunker, which, sometimes I start out by making a dirt house like the common meme, and sometimes I just do this. Sometimes I make an underground bunker because it takes less materials, and I can really start to expand it. And instead of hiding through the night, if I really want to, I can just continually make stone picks and just start mining a tunnel and seeing if I dig into anything. So, sometimes I see that, like, that dark texture, and I'm like, oh man, look at that, like I already did. But yeah. So, oh, I hear a slime. I hear a slime and a zombie. So, soldering is something cool to learn, and it's a useful skill. And every time I learn a new skill, I really want to elevate it. Like I itch to go to the next point. That's what put me, that kind of attitude put me through college. And so, it's actually something I'm pretty happy to have as, I guess, I don't know, like personality trait. I don't know what you'd call it really, but I do like learning. I do like proving to myself that skills can be taught, and I like helping my friends too. So I like learning things that can help me and other people. So I have offered and or already done fixes of, different things for different people. And if I know how to make something, like, we should talk about mushrooms at some point, because that's super fun. But when I learn how to make something, I really want to share that information to make my friends' lives easier, and also just for fun. So what I ended up doing now is, like I mentioned earlier, we work our way back to it. There's a lot of rambling in my thought process, so you'll have to bear with me there. Oh, that looks like it goes outside. But what I've been working on now is elevating that to the next step. So I learned how to solder, I learned how to put in new batteries, so I moved on to Gen 3. And those batteries are used for, clock events, of course. However, the save doesn't go to the battery. So when you're saving the game, it does not go to the battery, it's on the motherboard itself. And so you don't have to stress that much about it. However, there's certain Pokemon like Snorunt, and if you're doing contests, certain berries, the berries won't grow. And if you put in a new battery, it will take like 10 real life years in order for the game to recognize and turn into, like, quote unquote tomorrow in the game. Oh, come on, not a creeper. Guess I'm just gonna have to be a little scaredy cat and hide in the hole. But I went ahead and replaced those, which was not very hard at all. And now that I know how to solder, I started moving into bigger projects. So I like reshelling my consoles a lot. I just think it's cool, it adds character, and it makes me want to continue these lengthy projects that I do. And one of these projects, the Crystal Project, requires hundreds of hours, and it already has taken hundreds of hours to get to, even close to where I want it. And just like I mentioned before, as soon as I reach a goal, I'm super excited to expand it and, make another goal. And that's what I've done with the Crystal Project. Was I don't want to give too many details, but because I want it to be a fun video to watch. But it certainly has followed the same mentality of starting off as something doable, maybe a little difficult, and that's what makes it interesting. But it's certainly doable. but then I turned that into a much longer project with more facets to it. And so I reshelled my SP that I never had as a kid. So I had to order an SP and then I reshelled it. And, you know, it kind of made it my own, and it looks really cool. It's got Suicune on it and stuff. But then I was like, okay, well, I get the SP. Now I want to figure out what's going on with my old GBA and take that apart, maybe reshell that. And those don't have backlit screens. If you've never played a Game Boy Advance, or if you have, you know the struggle of trying to just like play by the light of the lamps as you're driving, as your parents are driving you through town or whatever. You're going to the store, you're going to a freaking Walmart or something, and like every time you pass a lamp, you can walk your character like 2 feet forward, and you just keep playing like that until you give up. But you don't have to do that anymore, because with modern tech, there are IPS drop-ins. I forget what IPS stands for, but and it also might be ISP. It's one of those. But basically, you can drop in these new LCD screens that are backlit, that even have a functionality that allows you to dim them and brighten them, which is really cool. And so I've been working on that. So I'm doing a custom shell. I'm still waiting for pieces to come in, but I'm doing a custom shell on both of my GBAs, and then I'm going to use those for the Emerald project, as it were, which is going to take even longer than the Crystal project, but that's fine. I just love, obviously, very much a busybody, so I just love doing these projects and rambling about them online, because I never get to really dig into talking about them other than in my Onyx Leviathan videos. So here you'll get to hear little details you probably won't hear there, and they'll just kind of be interspersed between. It sounds like it's daytime now. It'll just, nope, just no more enemies. Okay, so it'll pretty much just be mixed in here with me chatting about other stuff. Let's see. Okay, put this in here. I'll put all that in there, actually. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with the console modding and learning stuff like that, because the more I learn, the more I understand other systems. And if you can teach yourself skills like that, you can take them to a lot of different places. And so being able to add, you know, the ability to solder, the ability to do this, to what other resume, you know, if I end up working at a different lab in the future, bye Torch. If I end up working at a different lab or needing something else or what have you, I can show them, like, yeah, I have these new talents that I didn't used to have, but I just push myself to learn new things. So yeah, and then my most recent project, when it comes to Nintendo stuff, is working on DSs, which I reshelled the DS, and I don't want to call it a nightmare, because I was thoroughly intrigued in the whole process, but I literally, as I don't know, I talk like a freaking millennial, I guess. I certainly had nightmares or like dreams about needing to fix something. Like I would have dreams about, this fuse went wrong, now I have to order that and wait like a year or something for it to come in. And I had this predicament where I wanted to reshell. I bought this DS at a toy fair for pretty cheap, and I was like, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna fix the bottom screen, and you know, it'll be worth what I paid for it, because it's functional. You could tell it's never been taken apart, and so I'm like, I'm gonna take this apart, fix the screen and everything. Well, that stuff's taking forever to come in. I had the stuff that necessary to replace my original DS's shell. I was really nervous about that because I obviously have a very strong nostalgic tie to that DS, with, you know, me and my sister playing them as we were kids. That was mine, and hers was this pink one that I'm gonna fix for her soon, probably. But yeah, so I was like, I don't want to mess this one up, so I want to test on the one I don't have any sentimental connection to, that I bought at the toy fair. But, you know, the shell had come in, the other pieces had not come in to replace the bottom screen and the digitizer. So I just decided, screw it, I'm gonna start working on this DS. And so, you know, I stayed up late, and you can probably tell how I am with my projects. Like, once I get a project going, it kind of consumes me until I'm done with it. And it's so fun, you know, because it's a learning process. You're constantly learning something, you're being creative, you're working with your hands, and it feels really good, at least to me. So it's upsetting then when you have to pause or you get interrupted because of something. And I came across an issue, and this is a forewarning to anyone else who might do this. And if you have any, I know this is very random, but if you have any questions about how to reshell a DS, I can help you, because now I've done it. But I'll tell you this big warning to watch out for. Whenever I was taking apart the DS, and I was specifically the bottom screen stuff, like removing that and everything, when I was watching videos to learn how to do it, I took apart on accident. Like, I went to peel the, I guess you could call it just a square of, it's not exactly tape, it's like a plastic layer that is the ring around your bottom screen. Whenever I went to take that off, I pulled off the top layer of the digitizer with it, and obviously that's a huge problem. So even though I put it back together, it still didn't work. So that was pretty frustrating, but you know, it is what it is. I ordered a new digitizer. I'm very fortunate to have been able to just, you know, get it and have it in the mail so fast. It was like $7, I think. But I ordered that new digitizer. I was very stressed and nervous that night because I went to bed, you know, with that feeling of like failure, like, it's nagging at me, like I was this close, and you know, you screw it all together again. You put the hinges are so annoying, but you put the hinges in there, or not the hinges, I guess, the bumpers, I guess you could call them, the L and R buttons, but they have a spring, and you have to be very careful putting those in. And so I put them in, and then when I finally get that to work and something else goes wrong, it's so infuriating. So I had to table it for the night, for 2 nights, and I ordered that thing, and luckily it came 2 days later. And I took apart the DS, and I was like, oh man, please let this be it. Please let this work. Took apart the DS, put everything together, and the screens worked, everything turned on. It's awesome. If I remember to, I'll put an image up here, but if I don't, it's like a blue-purple gradient DS, and it's translucent, so you can see everything inside it, or I guess transparent might be the word. But you can see everything inside it, all the pieces. You can even see the little, I guess you'd call them springs, that let your L and R buttons work. And so it was pretty cool to put it together and like see the fruits of my labor there. But yeah, I don't know. I love doing projects, and I love talking about projects. So I hope you guys like hearing about them, because that's going to be a big part of what we chat about on this channel. Because it's just, I don't know, it's something so cool to me, is like learning new skills and getting things done. Also, something else that I really love is playing chill games while my little critters are hanging out around me. Like right now, Mallow's over there looking through the window, just checking stuff out, watching the birds. Earlier, Mina came in. I'll show pictures of them sometime. I know I've shown Mallow in videos before, and honestly, there's a short on my primary channel where it's just a video. It's literally called literally just my cats playing, or something like that. And it's just Mallow, the white one, and Mina, the brown one, and they're just playing on a rug and just messing with each other. It's adorable. They're great. They, you know, a little bit of chaos in life keeps things fun. That's what I always say, is life is messy. Alright, speaking of things being messy, we have no idea where we're building yet. I Okay, something about that is speaking to me over there. So let's go ahead. Since I don't have that many, usually I would just leave this in case I wanted to come back, but we don't have a lot of resources at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this stuff with me. And if some passerby in the future wants to live here, they'll have some torches and they'll have a little space started. It's kind of like how I like to view this game. Is that a pink sheep already? Wow, pink sheep first episode. That's pretty cool. Oh, hey, that's something I was gonna do. So I don't like killing the sheep. I like to make shears because it's really easy to do, and also shears are useful for other things. And I like having animals just roam around. It's fun and enjoyable. Plus the wool respawns, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, let's see here. So currently, a little update on those current projects. I am supposed to be, it's President's Day when I'm recording this, and the post office, I went there to get some stamps to mail off some stuff, and they were closed. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? It's a Monday. And I was like, oh, it's freaking President's Day. And I know some people who get President's Day off, which is funny. I don't know why it's funny, but to me it's just like, wow, President's Day? Really? Okay. You know, everyone's favorite holiday. But anyway, I'm supposed to be getting some pieces. I was supposed to be getting them in the mail so I could fix and reshell my SP, which was my first reshell project. You know, I learned a lot of things from it. There were some moments I consider myself a very delicate and careful person. Usually pretty detail oriented, but I guess if I want to be nice to myself, anytime that you do a new project, I want a couple of these. Anytime you do a new project that you've never tried before, you're bound to make at least one or two mistakes, and of course I did. And I can list those mistakes right here. I think I'm gonna go over there. I might build a little temporary spot here. Oh, look at the turtles. They're all just hanging out. Okay, I'm going to make just a little temporary thing to remind myself where I was at. And I might even get some trees real quick so I can make a chest in case I die. And a bed. I need to make a bed too. So, where were we? The project progress. Specifically why I'm reshelling the SP again with the same shell design is because I made a handful of mistakes, and I'll go over them now actually. So one, the proprietary screw that's on the back of the SP battery plate, I was too scared to get off, and so I did kind of like this strange scheme to make the SP, the original one, just fit in there instead of the one that came with the shell, and it looks bad and it's just uncomfortable. That's like my biggest issue with the shell right now. There's also some parts where I wasn't very careful, and I think me knowing I was going to replace it, kind of made me a little less careful. But why am I not getting any saplings? This is strange. Maybe I just need to let it do its thing. But I guess one of the reasons that it happened is probably because I wasn't being careful, because I knew that I was going to be replacing it. So not a huge deal, but the graphic got a little bit scratched up. And all right, set spawn, cool. The graphics, or the graphic on the top, it's UV printed, and it got a little scratched up. So not bad at all. I'm gonna save it in case a friend wants it or something. Let's go ahead and put all this stuff in here. But let's see. I'll actually use the dirt in case I need to build out of something. So there's that problem. I also did something where I screwed in too tightly one of the... Shoot, I guess I should just go to bed now. Oh, I can't. It's not quite night. All right. Change of plans. We'll do the temple in the morning, or the ruins in the morning, I mean. But I screwed a part too tight, and it, like when you screw plastic too tight, it creates like this white color that is really not pretty, and it's very obvious. And it also, the worst thing of all, it created this like upward tilt of the bottom half of the shell, which is obviously problematic. Let's see here. Is that a cow I'm hearing? I guess it's the turtles making that sound. Alright, here we go. So let's think. Yeah, I got a little bit of damage on the graphic. I got that screw wrong, the background, or the back plate of the battery. So all those things I want to fix. And also I'm trying to think, I wasn't very careful. Well, I mean, I didn't think to be because it was the first time doing it, but I wasn't mindful of the fact that dust could get in the screen. And oh my gosh, it's so annoying whenever the shell looks really good externally, but there's like dust right inside the screen. I should probably build a boat for that. And it's like you can't do anything about it. It's just there, and you're like, ah. So I want to fix that too. And then I think the final thing is, when I ordered this shell, I think the manufacturer knew that there might be some issues with the buttons I ordered, because I wanted to stick with the whole crystal-y theme. And it's like, thinking of how to describe it. It's like the tealish crystal color, see-through from Pokemon Crystal, the game. And I thought something that would go well with it would be a see-through pink, because oftentimes when you see like vaporwave stuff, or you see a bunch of crystals, they're like pink and blue. And so I was like, okay, let's do this. Well, I think the manufacturer knew that there were some problems with the pink buttons, because they also sent me a set of dark blue buttons on the side. And yes, there was a problem, because I got these pink buttons, and for the D-pad and all that stuff, they work just fine. However, when it comes to, I don't remember how to build a shovel. It's like this and then one. Yeah. Wait, you don't have to build a shovel for the boats anymore, I think. Yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, when I was putting the buttons in, like the D-pad, A, B, select, start, those all work. But I had to use, like I said, they sent me some extra buttons. I had to use those as the shoulders. And so there's someone driving by listening to tunes. So I had to use different colors as the shoulders, and it really bothers me. So now there's like 5 different colors. You got the teal clear crystal color, you got the pink crystal buttons, you got see-through blue, dark blue buttons as the L and R, and you have a dark blue battery plate. And then you have that one screw that I did too tight that pokes right up in front of your face and looks really ugly. So yeah, it's this whole big thing. Oh, nice. Fortune 2, I'll take that. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, does that not work on Java? I forget. Fun fact, you can crouch on this and get air back, and you won't take any damage. So I figure I'll take this extra chest as well, if I have enough breath to do it. And if there's no drowned here to fight me, because that would be annoying. Break this box. I'm drowning, but I'll be alright. Just break the box. Break the box, please. Alright. Get this air back. Okay. And now I just go over here. I do want this, but... oh, hold on. Oh. I do want that, but I'm worried about... I don't recall if I need to use the pickaxe for it. That's fine. I would rather Silk Touch, but let's be real. It's going to be a while before I get Silk Touch, so let's go ahead and break that. But yeah, the shells I'm doing for the... oh, there's another one. The shells I'm doing for the Game Boy Advances are going to take longer because like I said, I'm waiting for those IPS drop-ins. I had to get them from the UK, so it's going to be a while before they get here. Doesn't look like anything. Might be something here. I need air. Oh my gosh, am I gonna die? We'll come back. We'll come back. I'm gonna drop off what I have. It doesn't really matter if I die because I'm right there, but I don't want to lose my stuff. But yeah, I gotta wait on the GBA mods because I don't have the IPS things, and I'm supposed to be getting the shells tomorrow since, you know, today's President's Day, so no mail. But yeah, that should be fun. And the bottom screen and digitizer set for the other DS won't be here for, I don't know, another week or two. So that's kind of out of the question at the moment, so I'm not going to start that. That's cool, I got 5. That's enough to do something with, I think. Could probably eat some food and heal up. But yeah, just lots of projects. Let's see, the crystal project has been going for a long time. I just finished the contrast video. I started this channel. I did a little poll, talked to you guys about it. I did make a small explanation video and kind of like, what is this channel, to put up on Onyx Minnow and let people know what's going on. Man, I need more food, I guess. Isn't that always the case? But yeah, there's just so many projects, and honestly, I'm really happy to be able to do them, because I'll tell you what, guys, like, without y'all's support and without everyone watching and just hanging out and helping me make this a reality, there are a lot of things that I wouldn't have been able to do, you know? And so it has helped, like, ever since, you know, I monetized my channel, and I was able to take care of some minor things, like, you know, there were, not to get too in detail, but there's things where it's like, oh, $10 for that fix? Out of the question. There's no way I can do that. You know, I've been in that spot many times in my life, but right now I'm the slightest bit away from that kind of spot, and I don't know, I really appreciate everyone hanging out. I don't want to belabor it to the point where it sounds ungenuine or disingenuous or whatever, but I do really appreciate everyone enjoying the videos and coming around and saying hi, and also making this feel even more fulfilling than it already did, because I've always loved making videos, and I've always loved doing big projects, and I like to write, and I like to talk about nerdy stuff whenever, you know, because here's the thing, I have lots of friends that, you know, they obviously would like to talk and stuff, but I'm sure they don't want to hear me ramble on end about things like maybe you guys would. If you're anything like me, putting on a long video in the background and just listening to someone chat about things for a while is just kind of soothing, kind of relaxing, especially if you've been at work all day. You're like, man, I don't really want to watch TV. I don't want to focus that hard on something. I just want to throw something on in the background and just vibe. Oh, he has a... shoot, I think he has a spear. No, he has a fishing rod? Air. Okay. Yeah, he had a broken fishing rod. That's wild. Okay. Let's try again, see what we got here. Maybe nothing, but it might be worth checking out. I think that one would have fallen if it was something. Yeah, looks like nothing here. Ow! Okay, we're good. Let's head back to shore. So yeah, as far as, you know, this channel is a project in itself, but it's a more relaxed project and something I'll just do on the side when I feel like it. So like I said, I think I said it in the primary trailer for this channel, if it becomes something I can do as, you know, if YouTube, more specifically the Onyx Leviathan channel, becomes something I can do as my primary gig for a while, you know, that'd be really cool. And at that point I would probably be able to start scheduling things and for this channel and you know, putting more effort into it. But for the time being, it's just a chill thing, and you can pop in, and I feel like there's so many opportunities where I could do this, where I'm like, okay, I've already worked on a script for like 3 hours today. I need a break for a moment, and you know, typically what I do is I go to work, come home, eat, take a nap, and then start working on YouTube stuff. So I don't really have, like, I don't give myself breaks per se. I always tell myself you have to do a little bit for yourself each day, just to make sure that, you know, your time is well spent and worth it. I do think that's true. I believe in that. You gotta take care of yourself and your own wants and everything. And so one of my own wants is working on the channel and just like providing cool content and just having fun making videos. And so, you know, that's what I do. But being able to do that and just post, you know, these chill videos, which at this point I'm not even sure if I'm going to edit. I kind of just want to put them out there raw and just say, hey, and just play the game and put it out, and you watch it when you feel like it. But yeah, so many things to say on a first episode. I feel like we might go a little bit longer. I do have something to do around 2 o'clock. Unfortunately, one of my cats needs to go to the vet. So, but I think she'll be okay. Just want to go get her checked out. Let's go ahead and go to sleep. Get some good rest. Okay. Alright, I'm probably going to take this with me, although it takes a year. Sorry for all the clicking. It takes a year to break these things. I guess not as long as I thought. It used to take way longer. But I'm going to go ahead and start scouting out a location to actually build my house. So we know where that is. And I'm pretty good at navigation, so it should be okay. We shouldn't lose it. I'll just pick this one diagonal direction and continue checking here. This will also help. Just leaving a little thing on the ground. But I always like to switch up how I build my houses. There are sometimes I make very large, like extravagant buildings, and then as I've gotten older, this sounds goofy, but Minecraft has been around that long. So as I've gotten older, this looks promising. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, check this out. Just what I was talking about, right on a river. This is great. I could live on that little island. Okay, let's go give it a peek. I don't even remember what I was saying at this point. I got so excited about the island. Oh, as I've gotten older, the way that I build things has changed like drastically. I used to make all this crazy pixel art and make these big grandiose designs, and now I find it more of an attractive play style to just like live within nature. I'll make whatever, you know, building I need to with the specific amenities, and then, you know, I'll have some underground. Look, this island has bees on it too. Wow, this is so cool. This is going to be perfect. But I like to make sort of a lodge of sorts, although it's usually made of stone, at least at the base. So I like taking up little space. I like having the wild around me. I like having creatures roaming, and, you know, lots of mobs existing, and makes the game feel more alive, and also just feels more like I'm existing as a part of the world rather than taking advantage of it, if that makes sense. Which I know is goofy. It's a video game. But that's how my philosophy is in real life, so I guess it just comes out like that in the game as well. Man, look at this island. It has a little land bridge as well. That's cool. Yeah. We building here. Okay, so that means I need to put down some hyphae, as it were, and get this place going. Also, I feel like I should save it for our next little episode, but I do have a lot of cool mushroom stuff to talk about because there are just so many cool developments, and like I said, I'm a busybody that can't stop doing projects and just keeping myself busy at all times. And so, obviously, one of those major projects, if you've watched my other videos from the Onyx Leviathan channel, then it's pretty clear that I love mushrooms and fungi in general. And so you probably have already assumed that I would do mushroom related stuff. Okay. This will make it clear. I'll put a boat right here. Or I'll just, yeah, I'll leave it right here and that way I can take it across. I may have to leave some, oh no, there's a fire. Hold on. I don't want that to happen. I might have to douse some stuff. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, I think if we just remove this tree, it shouldn't catch. Come on. Get out of there. Okay. Let's just go ahead and do this. But yeah, so many projects. All the videos. So I have that one channel, I have this channel. Videos for both. Of course, the videos for this one will be way more chill and not scripted and not planned. They're just whatever is fun to me. And if people enjoy it, then great. If not, it's okay. Dang, if the fire can jump that far, I could probably hit this one too. But I think that one would be safe. I'm going to do this one too, just to be sure. But got the mushroom stuff, got a lot of pet projects going on. Still want to make some changes to Kibley's new enclosure, which I'm pretty proud of because that thing took forever to put together. But I would love to give him some more vertical space to move around in. I should have made an axe earlier, but it's okay. Alright, I think we should be, if those burn, let's just get rid of this. Let's get rid of the, oh, I'm forgetting the word right now. There's a term for, like fire load, I guess is what you'd call it. There's a term for whenever there's a bunch of fire, like probable things that can catch on fire. So, like, that's what I'm looking for. There's a lot of potential for fires occurring. It's my friend walking outside. There's a lot of potential for fires to occur when there's a lot of dry plant material around it. So sometimes you may have heard of something called a prescribed burn. That's whenever they are getting rid of all that excess material that could cause wildfires. And they do it a lot of the time in anticipation of high or just strong winds or very dry weather to kind of prevent a fire, which is kind of funny. So it's like we start a fire so a fire doesn't happen. So, you know, as a kid or as someone who maybe isn't as well read on the topic, it might seem scary or like counterintuitive, but nope, it works. All right. Okay, let's make a decision on what we're taking here. Pretty sure I can get seeds anywhere. I need these materials. Pumpkins, yeah. That I can make. Let's see, get all this. Sand is very useful. Might be able to get most of it actually. Oh, I need room for the bed. Okay. And I need room for at least one of the chests. I don't need that. I'm never going to use that. Alright. Okay, I got doors. Chest. Got a bed. And I need to throw that down immediately when I get over there just so I have a spawn point. And I guess we're good to go. Don't really need to come by for the rest of that. Just need to make it over here, lay my bed down, and then I think we'll start building next time because this has already been a pretty long episode. And I feel like we talked about a lot of cool stuff. But next time we'll talk about the mushroom shindig I got going on. But yeah, I'm already having a lot of fun just doing something without any expectation of scripting, without any expectation of, you know, how do I push this out and make sure that people see it. There's so many different layers to my other style of content that you have to go through in order to make sure that it will be recognized or even have a chance at success. And so it's really nice to just do this and just chill. So let's go up here. And luckily I don't even think I work tomorrow because we're supposed to have wind chills of like -15 to -25. That's insane. And I live in the Midwest. It does not get that cold. Not usually. Tuesday is supposed to be 47 degrees cooler than it has been in the past, or like as compared to last year alone, which is like, wow, that truly is something worrying, something to keep an eye on. But here, we'll go ahead and set spawn, and then make our little temporary hovel, and then we'll make it prettier next time. We'll actually decide where I want to build next time, because I would like to get an aerial view of the island. That way I have a better idea of like what would be the best place to build, what would be the best place to build a specifically like a dock. Let's see. Oh, I need to go ahead and make a crafting bench. Just go ahead and just get us all set up right here. Throw a door down. And I think okay, it's not nighttime yet, not quite. And then I'll put some lights right here, put this here, and we have ourselves a little base. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to do. I could make a little furnace real quick. Put some of that in there. Probably a little less because I don't have much to burn. I don't know why I brought this, but XP, I guess. Okay. When I wake up, my face is gonna be part of the ceiling, I think. Oh, okay, put me over here. Well, everybody, I think that is a good enough episode for today. I'll have to check and tweak audio, so however the audio and everything is in this one, if it's good, it'll stay that way. If it's not, I'll notice and I'll fix it. But honestly, it's just been a fun time just playing Minecraft. I have barely got started, but I already have so many ideas and so many things I want to do. And this is just one of many little ongoing relaxed series that I can play and put up pretty much at any time. So yeah, I hope you guys had fun and I hope it was relaxing, and I'll see you next time for another episode of Onyx Minnow. Bye bye.